With that sack over my shoulder, I stood a good chance of keeping my Cosmo-like face to myself. This had to be where the gods lived. The Pillar of Fire was around here someplace.
Cosmo, what do you think you're playing at? You can't come to the council dressed like a menial. Get to your apartments and change this instant.
My safest bet was to keep on the right side of these folks until I'd figured out a way to spike their flame cannon.
You'll be in trouble if Mama sees you like that. You look like a servant, and you smell.
Is there somebody out there? I am preparing for divine deliberations and require complete solitude. No veil? How dare you! Report for immediate death!
Recycle Lord Cosmo? Sounds like sacrilege.
Not me, cretin! You! Obey or die!
Cosmo, my man, I'll be replacing you for a while, taking over your divine duties so you can meditate in peace.
Replacing me? Deluded wretch! I am a god!
Take a good look, your lordship. See what I mean?
Oh, a grotesque imitation! Look at those rags you're wearing. Do you honestly imagine anyone will believe you for a second?
It's worked so far. They all think I'm you.
I order you to call the Guardians! Help!
There's nobody out there to hear you, Cosmo. Complete solitude, remember?
But you know nothing of my divine duties. I'll be missed, and sooner than you think.
That reminds me, I'm expected at the daily powwow, so we'll have to wrap this up.
You deviant!
There, pretty as a parcel. I tried not to make it too tight.
Untie me this instant! No one defies the power of Cosmo!
So how come you're trussed up like a chicken and I'm wearing your clothes? You didn't even try to resist. You're all baloney, Cosmo.
You still don't understand, do you? To defy me is to die!
By the way, do you have a key to your entrance out there?
You're confusing me with my cousins and aunt. I find the concept of door keys totally vulgar and beneath my contempt.
Sorry I asked.
You're going to take my place. That's it, isn't it? You can't fool me.
Holy cow, I explained that when I arrived.
Liar! Filthy usurper!
What took you so long? Mother's about to have all the servants recycled. Come on!
Assuming my godliest heir, I followed Kama into the Hall of Divine Deliberations.
At last! Yes, this is the place, Cosmo!
Sorry I'm late, Anna.
Oh! Mama, he called you Anna! I know, I was present. Don't be insolent, Cosmo.
My apologies, Aunt.
The boy's a nincompoop. You're a nincompoop, Cosmo.
Stop blowing hot air, Sama.
Mama! Kama just hurt my feelings. Don't snivel, Sama.
My father couldn't make it to the meeting?
Did you hear what Cosmo just said, Mama? Your father hasn't attended our deliberations since shortly after we became divine. That was some time ago.
Surely you noticed, Cosmo.
Well, naturally. Sometimes I miss the old boy, that's all.
Don't be infantile, Cosmo. His statue is here, isn't it? Cosmo's just a sniveling crybaby, isn't he, Mama?
Speaking of the statue, Mother, when is that missing eye going to be replaced?
As I've already told you, your uncle has an entire world to manage. He can't be expected to drop everything to satisfy your petty desires.
Maybe it's time I activated my pillar of fire. Those deviants are everywhere.
Don't be so eager, boy. It's vulgar. Your vulgarity totally gives me the hives, Cosmo.
We can't all totally hope to match your refinement, Sama.
About the pillar of fire, how do I get there?
You're a half-wit, Cosmo. You can't even remember a simple combination you devised yourself. Your father despairs of you, of course. He's not the only one. You're a disgrace to the Pantheon.
Take a walk in the gardens, Cosmo. That always seems to jog your memory.
So what are we deliberating today? Let's get started on the agenda.
How dare you, Cosmo! As it happens, there is something to discuss. Xanet has informed me of an outsider causing trouble down on the surface. Highly unusual.
I say we recycle him immediately.
How do you know it's a him, Cosmo?
We may assume the barbarian is male. He's pretending to be you, Cosmo.
How dare he? I order him to die.
You should feel flattered, cousin. You're a role model for primitive psychopaths.
Somehow, Cosmo, you caused the Pillar of Fire to miss its target yesterday, allowing the primitive to escape. Do not repeat that failure today. You pathetic worm, Cosmo! You can't even press a simple button! Divine deliberations have ended for today. We all know our godly duties. Cosmo, here's the key to the Pillar of Fire. Xanet has designated the entire Island 49 for extermination and particularly invites you to avoid any repetition of yesterday's miserable failure. Well, go on, get out! And bring that key back to me.
The Pillar of Fire. Well, I'll be. So this was where Cosmo kept his lethal toy. I was going to break it, if I could. Mission accomplished. No Pillar of Fire today. But what about tomorrow? I could knock off godly gizmos till Judgment Day. They just get replaced every time. The fact was the whole rotten operation had to be shut down. It was time to go find Xanet.